retirement doesn't fall short because you haven't saved enough money. I'm convinced that it falls short because no one teaches us how to design a life without work being the center of it. Until we retire, our entire adult lives revolve around work and often raising a family. Our schedules, our identity, even our sense of purpose it's centered on work and family. I know many people look forward to retirement and think that it's going to be awesome to get to do what you want, when you want to do it. But what I've seen all too often is people really struggling to adjust. People with solid financial plans. And if that's you, I want you to know there is nothing wrong with you. A great retirement isn't something that you just simply step into, but it can be something that you create with intention. I think people commonly believe that if you've got the money and you've got the time, then you'll easily find fulfillment as well. The problem is time and money alone don't create meaning. And without intention, people find themselves either drifting through their days or, like I did, staying just as crazy busy as before. And either way, you're missing that deep sense of fulfillment. When I left my corporate job, I was excited to take on a passion project. I started a small business creating these seasonal wellness journals. And I thought my stress levels would drop because I'd have plenty of time for working out, for cooking healthy meals, and for doing all the things that I had been really looking forward to when I stopped working. What actually happened is that it took me several years to slowly craft what I consider to be my ideal life. And this had nothing to do with the money that I'd set aside for it. Now, don't get me wrong, financial planning, it does matter. And in fact, I know it can definitely decrease some of the anxiety that this big life transition is. But unfortunately, for most people, retirement planning is where it stops. You might think of things that you'd like to do when you're retired, but most people don't really think about how you'll actually live out your days, how you'll find meaning and purpose and health and good relationships. These things, they don't just magically organize themselves on their own, unfortunately. Work, it's a paycheck, but it also gives structure. It shapes our identities and it gives us a clear role and a path. And when that's gone, it can feel unsettling, even when you look forward to retiring. Many people are caught off guard by this. They think that something is wrong with them, but it's not a personal failure. It's just simply a lack of taking some reflective planning. Here's a few things that I see most often. First of all, I see too much unstructured time, which sounds awesome at first, but what it quickly leads to is feeling disoriented. People feel guilty for not being productive, so they load up their lives with things to keep themselves busy, even if they aren't enjoying it. Or they simply go back to work. That happens a lot. The second thing is people enter retirement and they're saying yes to everything because they can. And then they find themselves feeling just as exhausted as they were when they were working. Or third, there are also the people who wait for motivation or inspiration to just show up for them, and then they wonder why it doesn't. And all three of these come back to not creating a plan for how you want to live once you're retired. There's really no one right way to live your retired life. Some people thrive on doing things with a lot of social connection. Others crave a lot of structure. Some people want a lot of flexibility. You have to really look inside yourself to figure out what's going to make you happy and then create your own ideal retirement that will work for you. You might wonder, well, how do I even start to do this? And I think the best place to begin is with just getting to understand yourself better, how you're wired, what gives you energy, what drains you, and what you really want from this next season of your life. When you have this kind of clarity, then you can begin to create a plan for your days that feels really good to you. This is why I created a short little fun retirement quiz to get you started thinking about how you are wired for retirement. and to help you to begin to see yourself a little more clearly through this lens. It gives you insight into the type of retirement that you're naturally designed for, and you can make choices that align deeply with you. I don't like to think about retirement as the end to something. Rather, I am thinking of it as a wide open beginning. And I do believe that beginnings need and deserve some extra attention. If you're ready to explore what this season of life could look like for you, I invite you to start with the quiz and then look for tips in my weekly emails. I love sharing what I found that works for me, as well as what I've learned that works for other people as well at this stage of life. And I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you thoughtfully and beautifully redesign this next chapter of your own life. So thanks for watching today.